Hi, this is me. But this me is going to take the back seat for a moment. This is also me, and truthfully, I've been a little bit dissatisfied with myself. I've gained about 35 pounds since I met my wife 3 years ago, and I stopped working out, which was not great, but it was okay when it was just the two of us. But here's the problem. This is my wife, and in there is our daughter. At the time of recording this, she's due in about 40 days. And frankly, I'm not ready for her. See, I don't want to just be an overweight, tired dad. I want to be the dad who can carry his toddler through a 10-mile hike and not be exhausted by the end of the day. The issue is, I've been trying to change my habits and my diet for the entire pregnancy, and nothing has stuck so far. But I've heard that turning your goal into a game can significantly increase your odds of sticking to it. And I figure that with that, plus a potential healthy dose of the shame of failing in front of all of you, will keep me on my track. Now personally, I find this kind of thing a lot more fun if there's an incredibly difficult goal to work towards, but we're going to get to that in a moment. First, let's look at how this game is going to work. Back to this me. This is my old main account, who I've renamed ChunkyRunner. His bank account has been wiped clean except for 1 billion in platinum tokens that he can't touch. He's in place in the Grand Exchange with every other chunk in the game locked. Now for every mile that I run or walk, or every 5 miles that I bike in real life, I can unlock any chunk that I want for the day. He can go in any direction and do anything in an unlocked chunk. Alright, now to keep things interesting and to keep me on top of my goals, each week is going to have 2 hard set requirements. In game, I must earn at least 20 million coins. And in the real world, I have to run or bike at least 10 miles. A bike mile is only worth 20%, so 5 bike miles equals 1 mile for the goal. Now, failure to do either of these is going to forfeit the 1 billion platinum tokens to you guys, the viewers. And then the next week I will replenish it with another billion to be risked. But I only have 2 billion, so I kind of have to make this work. Alright, now for some ground rules about how this is all going to work. Number 1, any unlocked chunk is usable for the entire day up until 12 at night. And then it is locked for the rest of the week, meaning I can't use the same moneymaker day after day after day. It just gets kind of old that way. So after you see me use it once, it's done for that video. I can return to it later, but it's locked for that week. 2, any unused chunks can be saved up. So if I run 3 miles today and then use 2 chunks today, the 3rd chunk will still be usable tomorrow. 3, no flipping or skilling or any sort of processing is allowed in the Grand Exchange chunk. I don't want to just be able to sit in the base and make money. Not allowed. 4, I'm allowed to teleport anywhere I want, but I have to have a chunk ready for wherever I'm landing. 5, entering a cave or dungeon of any type always consumes 1 chunk. So going to demonic gorillas or a slayer cave takes 1 chunk. But staircases like Lumbridge Castle or Blast Furnace, something like that, does not take a chunk. 6, not really a rule, but it's just how it works. I'm allowed to pay 250 million coins to permanently unlock any chunk that I want. That money will go into the platinum token stack that will never be touched again. And then we had a 7th thing that I forgot to write out. I forgot what it was.
Lumbridge will be.
Oh yes. So for the 7th rule that I forgot to write down, Lumbridge is not unlocked, but it is always unlockable, meaning that if I die and go back to Lumbridge, it doesn't just break the game, but if I'm out of chunks and doing an activity and I die, I will have to go run a mile no matter what time it is, whatever I'm doing. I have to go run a mile to unlock that chunk. So that chunk the next day is locked again, but I can still use it so that it doesn't just kind of break the game. Now, I don't really have any rules for the running portion, just for the RuneScape portion, but I imagine those will get amped up over time as my endurance and as my, ability in game to make more money grows. I'll have to up those, but for now, we just have these rules. All right, back to those goals I mentioned earlier. I have 2 goals on the RuneScape side of things. Number 1 is maxing the account. I've had this account for like 10 years. I've always wanted to. It's just been kind of on the back burner. The second goal is obtaining all 4 mega rares: Scythe, the Shadow, Twisted Bow, and whatever that new one is coming out raids for. I'm a little behind on the updates. The main mission here, though, is that I want to run a 100-mile ultramarathon, particularly the Leadville 100, which is a 30-hour run through the mountains of Colorado with around 15,000 feet of elevation gain running throughout a full night. It's supposed to be just a grueling experience, but I just really want to try it. Although I may not be able to do that one just because it's, I think, a lottery to get into, so we'll see. But a 100-mile ultramarathon is the goal here. With little to no long-distance running experience, I'm honestly not sure that I can do it. But to be an extraordinary dad, I think I need to be capable of extraordinary things. The only thing I can guarantee in this series is I'm going to give it my entire full effort, and I'd love to invite you to follow along. So I guess let's just get started! Alright, I did not film any of the run because that would be awkward and difficult, but we went 1 mile. Hopefully we'll be able to put it on screen somewhere here. 1 mile. I only did one today because I have another mile later today with my brother who asked if he could run with me. This is probably the longest a RuneScape video has been without any RuneScape in it, so we're going to get to it in just a second. But that is 1 mile down, and we're done here. Alright, we just filmed the intro, but then I realized that the name ChunkyRunner is actually taken. So this is us now. We are ChunkyRunner. And this is the account. And as I'm clearing out the inventory, or the bank account, I've gotten this far down. But all of this here, I really don't want to get rid of. So I just wanted to include you guys on the pain of getting rid of all of the items that will be kind of a pain to get back. I don't know how that's going to go. But I'm not looking forward to obtaining any of this again. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, we have cleared everything from the account except for the 1 billion coins, so the challenge is ready to begin. Now, I actually ran another mile with my brother this evening. I didn't record that because I didn't want to record with him, that'd be awkward. But I'll have another screenshot of the run. And we have 2 chunks ready for today. It's actually 9 p.m. and I really don't want to waste those 2 chunks, so I'm actually probably going to start tomorrow after work, so that I can get a little more use out of the 2 chunks that I've already earned. But because you guys haven't really seen this account, these are our stats here, and we have all but 3 of the quests completed. There's, I think, yeah, Bloodwind Rises I've not done yet, and I probably, frankly, won't be able to do ever with this challenge, because that's a lot of chunks, I assume, to get that done. So anyways, we'll be starting this tomorrow. I'll see you guys then. Alright guys, we are officially starting out here. I really want to get to the blast furnace with my 2 chunks today, but I need a way to get back to Varrock. So we're going to be picking up ashes for the first couple of minutes. I just need like 15. Alright, so we did our blast furnace teleport. Now, just a refresher on the rules. Teleporting here cost me 1 chunk of my 2, and going down this staircase here is when it cost me my 2nd one. So unless I go for another run today, I'm out of chunks for the entire day. But this is where we want to be. So I did not bring any ores for the blast furnace. I will be getting more later. But for now, I'm just going to be hopping worlds and picking up this spade spawn, which is worth nearly 200 coins. I'm going to be here the entire time that my blast furnace teleport is on cooldown, and then I'll teleport back with the Varrock teleport, sell those, buy a bunch of ores, and come back here later tonight and actually do the blast furnace. Okay, we are back selling off everything we got. There were hammers there. I picked up a few of them. I don't think they were worth doing, and I spent the 100 gold that I had on stuff for the blast furnace, but I didn't get to really use it. So this will get us a handful of stuff. I'm going to do the math here on how much I need to buy, but I will be leaving for work, and I want to be able to come back and work on this. So I'm going to get all of this done, and then use the minigame teleport back to blast furnace. Alright, got all this set. So when I get off work, I can go ahead and do blast furnace for a little bit here. The day 2 or 3 moneymakers need a little bit of starting cash, so I'm hoping I can get a few 100k from blast furnace today. Should be able to pretty easily, I would think, but I'll be starting that out tonight. Alright, I'm back from work, ready to start blast furnace. Unfortunately, while I was at work, I realized that I only left like 1,500 coins to pay to run the blast furnace. I don't know if that's actually enough to get me all the way here, or to use all my ore. Also, I don't have ice gloves, and I'm very disappointed that my coal bag is gone. So this is going to take some getting used to. It's definitely not ideal. But sorry, that was strange. There was some runite ore apparently left in here from when I last played. Anyways, I am hoping the 1,500... Nope, they're running out in about 5 seconds. So it got me 2 inventories, unfortunately. It's at least some gold, but it's not going to be what we need. So, all right, so I had to teleport back and get more gold so that I can run the blast furnace. The problem here is that I can only teleport to the blast furnace every 20 minutes, and I don't even have enough gold to consistently run for a full 20 minutes. So I might just go back to picking up shovels in between, but I only have blast furnace unlocked for another few hours, and then it's locked again for the rest of the week. And all of my other money makers need a lot more gold than this, so I need to make some today. All right, that is all of our steel bars done. I'm going to pull our gold out here. And we have 16 minutes left, so I think I'll just go back to picking up the spades and finish up these 16 minutes, and then hopefully the next run we can actually do a full 20 minutes. I think it'll be very close. All right, we spent the last 16 minutes picking up spades, earned another 18,000 off of that, and let's see here, 38 here. So we will get a good chunk of these. I think maybe 100 of each. Oh, easily. We'll go 200 of each. I think that should be fine here. And that will buy us quite a lot of time at the blast furnace. And 10,000 left over for the payment. So that should get us a lot here. And we will just go ahead and start back on that. So I had to make another trip back to the Grand Exchange and buy more ores. But my mic died, so the clip is not really usable. But I actually forgot to buy another Grand Exchange teleport, so it left me stuck here, and I had to just beg basically for anyone to sell me a teleport. So I don't have audio for it, but I have a clip of that. But it was very uncomfortable. It was just in front of all these people begging. But someone came through and I got the teleport. So I bought a bunch more of those, and we are all set for a little while. But again, definitely have to try to avoid that kind of mistake later in the series. I need to be able to get back without getting more chunks. I really can't afford any more chunks right now. Also, in the intro, I really didn't talk about my running capabilities here with this 10-mile goal for the week, but it's been a few years since I've been running, and my longest run in the last year was almost 2 miles, not quite 2 miles. So this goal with work and the RuneScape part is definitely a little ambitious. It's doable, but it's ambitious. But I was counting on relieving some of that with the bike miles, but I just found out that my bike is broken and I can't get it fixed until 2 or 3 weeks from now. So I think I have 8 more miles to go in the next 4 days, so definitely gonna be a lot of running. I'm looking forward to it and not looking forward to it at the same time, honestly. Come on, censor. Okay. This is the second run of the week. I've realized that with my bike being broken, I need at least 2 miles today, but it's 95 today. So I waited for the evening, and now it's thunderstorm, but I need 2 miles each day. So that's longer than I've been running in the last 3 years. I haven't done a 2 mile run straight, so we're gonna see if that works out. I'm so sorry about the lighting. This is awful. We're gonna see if it works out today. So that's the plan. I'll see you guys back in a couple 20 minutes. All right, that was a little miserable. I'll put the run-ups on screen here somewhere. Went over what we were looking for. We went 2.17 miles, I believe. Not the best rate or best time, but it's the longest I've done so far. So I'm very happy with that. Almost felt like throwing up. Had Costco pizza for dinner. That was a mistake. But we have 2 chunks for tomorrow, but I don't think that's quite enough. So I think I need to do another mile tomorrow morning to be able to play tomorrow. But I'm going to wrap up with the blast furnace for the next 2 hours and go to bed because I'm exhausted. Alright guys, we finished our run and then did a couple more hours of blast furnace. We ended up with about 850k. It's the end of the night, so now blast furnace is dead to us for the rest of the week. Those chunks are locked. My game plan tomorrow is hopefully to try to get to demonic gorillas, but if we look here, it will take unlocking this chunk for the spirit tree, get up here for the seed pod, and we need this chunk and then 1 more to get into the gorillas. So that's 4 chunks total. I only have 2 from the run I did tonight. So hopefully I can get in another 2 miles in the morning and get to use them, but I'm not sure. I don't want to get to the demonic gorillas with only an hour or 2 left to play. So that's the plan if I can squeeze in enough time, but we may have to come up with a new plan for tomorrow. But if we can get Spoon on a Zenite, then it would give me free time in the rest of the week to work on a few items, like getting the coal bag back would be really, really nice for blast furnace, and a few other just skilling items that would make this a lot easier. So hopefully we get lucky tomorrow. We'll see. Alright, it is 5 a.m. I know that the quality of this is probably a lot poorer. My wife is sleeping, so I'm filming. And we have a bunch of appointments today, so I need to get the run done right away. I'm hoping to get 2 miles. We'll see. Alright, that run kind of sucked, but I got it done, and we did back-to-back longest runs in like the span of 9 hours. So it kind of should have sucked. So got it done. Gonna go shower, get ready for the day, but now we have 4 chunks for the rest of the day. So very nice. Alright, it is a few hours later. We have 4 chunks, 2 from today and 2 from last night. So we're going to head and go for demonic gorillas. So we're going to be unlocking this chunk, and this chunk. And then 1 for the entrance to the cave. I'm not really going off rules of like chunk locked Ironman. I don't think they use chunks for entering a cave, but I don't really want to just be able to abuse like Revenant caves. Like with the teleport, it would be 1 chunk to get there. So I want to cost something. So caves cost 1 chunk. But I just found this store here. I was worried I was going to have no Avas, but apparently I can buy an Avas accumulator here, which I'm very grateful for. Also, I can buy from Nick Sea Boots, so I won't have to spend a chunk just getting those for Vorkath if I get the gear later. So I'm going to go ahead and find out what kind of gear I can afford with 800k, and I'll get started. Alright, I just went to go click on my Ring of Wealth to equip it, and it had the 1-click setting set to teleport to Falador, which has now just unlocked this chunk for me today, which took 1 of my 4 chunks, which means that I cannot get here. I haven't even been here yet, but I highlighted the titles. I can't get to Demonic Gorillas. I have 3 chunks, I need 4. Now, I could have just not included that in the video, but I want to be honest. So now, I have to go run another mile to get that. And I'm a little devastated. I'm sat down in my pajamas, all cozy, with a cup of coffee, ready to play. And instead, I have to go run a mile. The 3rd mile today. And it's not even cool outside. I really don't want to do this, but I need Demonic Gorillas today. So I'll be back in a few minutes.
Y'all, my husband is many things. He is not a quitter. He is not a complainer. But he was a little bit grumpy today. Oh, sorry. Hi.
Hi.
Good job. Nice.
That was miserable.
I'm so sorry.
I took off thinking like that's gonna be my fastest mile yet because I'm the most trained so far, but I tried about the 2 miles earlier than the really big lunch. It was like 9:50 pace, something like that.
Please don't ever do this again.
I'm gonna have to do this again.
Here goes some water.
Alright guys, we just got that run done. It was a little unfortunate that happened. But you know what? We learned a valuable lesson. I just bought a dueling ring and made sure that my settings on that are changed as well so that there's not a 1-click teleport option because I really don't want to have that happen again. But this actually set us up nicely. I don't know if I've explained how the days are working for this challenge, but I am running the challenges from Monday to Monday. So I have, this is Thursday, so I have 3 more days left. And now I only have 3 miles left. So it was going to be nice to have a little bit of a rest day today, or a little bit of rest today after running earlier in the morning. But you know what? This works out. We get a lot of our run done earlier. So I'm grateful. Now, I don't know how well I explained it earlier, but essentially I am unlocking these chunks today and they'll be locked again tomorrow. And then they're locked for the rest of the week and I can use them starting next Monday. But this week I had to buy this chunk for the spirit tree. But today I'm buying the seed pod. So next week, if I want to do demonic gorillas, I will not need this chunk, which will be very nice. So instead of needing 4, I'll only need 3 to do gorillas. So very grateful for that. There's going to be a few different things where like if I want to do Chambers of Zarek, I'll need to go get the Zarek's Talisman, whatever it is, the teleport. Just to be able to get there. So there's a few things where I'll like need to earn chunks and then it will be progressively easier the next week. So a few things to unlock, but starting out with 3,800, almost 3,900 gorillas slain. So we'll see what we get up to. I also thought I'd go ahead and show my collection log for these in case we get a drop and I don't catch the recording. I have only gotten 3 Zenites to date. So that is all set there. I don't think that's actually accurate with how many I've killed. That would be quite unlucky, but that is our log for now. I don't think it's the same rate, but Ballista Spring is very unfortunate to see here. I was on the phone with my cousin, and I'm very sad to get this. I mean, it's, I think, like 30k. Yeah, 30k. So, I mean, we'll take it, but I think that might be rarer than a Zenite. Very disappointing. Okay, I don't remember the exact number we were at, but I think we've killed around or maybe over 50. And no good drops yet, just the spring. And then we have sold some of our gear, the Sarah plate or D head legs, to get the whip. And then I got the Fremnic boots, Explorer's ring, and the Holy Book from the trader at the Grain Exchange. Mostly just getting prayer bonus, but it's nice to have. All right, this is getting very unfortunate. I got Ballista Limbs. I have an hour and a half left of Demonic Gorillas before I'm locked out of this chunk for the rest of the week. And I kind of need the Zenite. I mean, I have other options and other plans where if I don't get it, but getting a Zenite would make this week getting the 20 mil much easier. I'm getting a little nervous because the other plan will work, but I'd feel much more comfortable. Like this week is gonna be the hardest, and I definitely could use the Zenite. All right, this is just getting brutal now. Another limbs. And I just looked, they're actually, the Zenite is 1 in 300. The limbs and the spring are 1 in 500. So I've rolled 3 1 in 500s and no Zenites. That's just heartbreaking. I have 50 minutes left before I have to stop playing. Oh, I'm really hoping we'll get this. All right, guys, it is the end of the night. It's 11:59. Played up to the last minute and we did not get our Zenite. Very disappointing. We still can do it, but it was a big gamble on Demonic Gorillas. I thought that if I got the Zenite, then I could essentially put some of the chunks in the rest of the week towards obtaining gear instead of just getting money. But we just got that, so I'm going to sell off everything and see how much we got from the Gorillas. Alright, so after looking at it, I think I did close to 100 gorillas. I don't remember the exact number that we started on, and we made just under 1 million coins. A little bit disappointing. Could have gotten lucky, got 3 either springs or limbs, can't remember which ones. So we definitely could have gotten a little more lucky, but you know what? We're going to take this mill. I have plans for tomorrow. I think I may actually end up having to run over the 10-mile minimum to get the 20 million. I still have Friday, Saturday, Sunday to earn the money, but I definitely will have a bit more running because I don't think I can do that in just 4 miles or 4 chunks. So I'll probably have to do a few extra miles. We'll see though. Anyways, I'm headed to bed. I'm exhausted. I'll talk to you guys later. Alright guys, I apologize for the noise and for the tank top. I just got off work, didn't have anything else to change into, and I don't have my microphone. But I need 18 million more gold, and I need it in the next 3 days. And I need a rest day because my feet are killing me. So I was thinking 2 tiles for 2 days, then 1 rest day. But if I mess it up and don't get enough gold, I have to run more on my rest day. So here's the game plan of what we're doing instead. I didn't tell my wife this, but I am running home from work 3 miles. This will give me 3 miles I need for Revenant Caves. Now, the issue with that is I thought if I didn't use enough of the time at the Revenant Caves, I wouldn't make enough, and I would still have to run more. Another 2 miles, which I'm honestly super sore, can't do. So, I got off work. I'm gonna be running now 3 miles, and then I'm going to go home, relax for 5 hours, get an energy drink, get my car back from work, and then at midnight, I'm going to use those 3 tiles at Revenant Caves. Make a ton of money for the next 2 or 3 hours, staying up late, then wake up and make the rest of the money tomorrow. It's the only way that I know that we'll guarantee it, and then I get Saturday, Sunday both as rest days. That's the plan. It's gonna be golden. Anyways, I gotta finish these miles. All right, the game plan part of that, the RuneScape plan, is great, but that was not the best idea. I didn't have proper shorts, the right shoes, as in my work shoes. They're still tennis shoes, but they're not running shoes. But we got through it. It was very hot, hottest part of the day by far. My legs were so tight, but I think I get 2 rest days now. My wife was not happy. I tried to keep it a secret. She was not thrilled that I ran home from work. So I wouldn't recommend it. And I wouldn't say if you're watching this and you don't know like you don't know much of my past with running. I was not ready for this. This was probably pushing it, and I shouldn't have done it. But got a full 3 miles. It was probably more like nearly 4 because I had to pause the clock for recording the video, and then I finished before I even got home. So running was 3 miles. Slow pace because of stoplights, but that's it. Too long in person. I'll see you guys back in the game in a few hours. All right, guys, I did not end up staying up late. I actually went to bed fairly early and I decided to wake up early. It's 6:30 in the morning. I was kind of exhausted, just felt better that way. But before I start on the Revenants, I need to explain one mechanic. So I'll change the color of this eventually, but these chunks, the other like light green, those are locked for the rest of the week. But I need to explain that Falador is relocked, but not for the rest of the week. And the reason being is that if I die, that's where I spawn. So essentially that chunk will always be unlockable, but I just don't want to have to unlock it again. So if I die, I will need my 3rd chunk that I have saved. But if I don't, I only need 2 chunks for the Revenant Cave. So essentially, death requires 1 chunk any day, which is irritating. But it's a good consequence for dying. So that's why I did the 3rd chunk, is because I know that with however many hours of Revenants I need, I will die. So also, if my voice sounds weird, I just woke up. I apologize for that. Alright, so we just started killing the Revenant Hellhounds. Now, I don't have a looting bag, I don't have an Avarice, and my gear is not the best, so I don't know how well this is going to go. But so far, I made like 80k, I think. Also, I cannot leave through the exit because that will take me to another chunk that I do not have any chunks for. So I need to leave by teleporting to the Grand Exchange with the Ring of Wealth. I think this is going to be my best option. I think it should make me the money that I need, but I'm not entirely sure. My other plan was to do Master Mixology, which the Wikipedia says is like 2 million an hour, but I looked into it and the minigame teleport doesn't take you in to Master Mixology, it takes you right to the entrance. So it would be 2 chunks for required, and it didn't seem like the best idea. I think this will be a little bit faster if I get lucky. Alright guys, I definitely should have filmed selling everything, but I made it back from the first trip, made about 500k, and decided to go ahead and get the Avarice Amulet, because I think it's going to be worth it, and I'm not seeing anyone out here right now. So hopefully this is better. I know it's a little riskier, but I'm not risking that much. It's just like 400k, so I think it'll be good. Anyways, these are going so well. They're so much faster than Demonic Gorillas, and it made a lot of money in like half an hour to 40 minutes. Now, the Demonic Gorillas were like, it was strategy, you know, it was high risk, high reward. Like if I got a big drop, then it would have been instantly like practically the whole week was over for the money grind, and then I could use the miles on whatever I wanted. But this is going to be a really good way to clean up the week, and hopefully today I should be able to make all the money I need. Alright, I always have a tendency to overstay and just die for it, so I'm going to go back and sell everything. I think we have another 500k at least. Alright, now that was another 800k, bringing us up to 2.3 million. It's honestly so fast considering I'm using pretty awful gear. I'm not really sure what I could upgrade to that would be better without spending like 5 million plus, but it's going so well. I haven't seen a single PKer, but it is almost 8 AM now, and it is Saturday, so I'm expecting to get more PKers later, which would be a little unfortunate, but it's probably going to happen. Also, I'm going to have to do a few things in about an hour or two, so I won't get to play straight through, but it is Saturday, so I'll get back on and hopefully earn the rest of this money today. Alright, we got someone on us. And he's not hitting super well. I really didn't come with any gear actually for escaping, and I have little to no PKing experience, but we'll see if we can get out. There's no way that got us out, right? No. I don't really think he knows what he's doing either. I shouldn't say that. I don't know well enough. And I'm just straight dying here. Okay, we're escaping. Easy. I don't know. He's using snares. I don't know why he didn't block me, but he didn't, and we're out. So cool. My mic was turned off that entire time. I was panicking so hard. I almost died, but I got out with 0 food. That was... I am not a PKer. My hands were shaking. That was terrifying. That last clip also reaffirms to me that I cannot bring a Revenant weapon. I think I got smited like 5 times. No, I think I got smited twice and then just didn't get my prayer back up because I was just panicking so hard. So definitely sticking to a cheap weapon while I figure this out, because that was not great. Alright, I did not get a chance to record that, but I eventually got caught by PKer. Also, I was wrong. My respawn is not at Falador. It is here at Lumbridge, so this will be the chunk that is unlocked today. It's a little bit unfortunate, but we're going to use this. I had wanted to get Barrow's gloves, but did not want to buy Lumbridge, so I'm going to buy those now, put them in the bank, and then re-gear for Revenants. Honestly, it was a few hours of not dying, like quite a few hours, so I'm pretty grateful. It could have been a lot worse, but 1 death. Well, that one was just embarrassing. I don't know what that guy was doing. I was literally watching my cousin play League and turned on my recording just while that guy was attacking me, and he did virtually nothing. I think he may have claw specced me as well. I think I missed the claw prayer because I was trying to turn on the recording, but seriously, he did very, very little. Alright, we just finished up our trip. I think we were about over 500, close to 600 kills, mostly doing the Revenant Demons. I've gotten 1 emblem, the like 500k one, and then 1 set of 5 magic seeds, so it's going pretty well. We're up to 8.5 million. I think I lost about 700k when I died to that 1 PKer, but honestly there's not been too many. Been just chipping away at it. It's going pretty well. Alright, I did not get to film it because I ran away immediately to make sure I got it back to the Dragon Exchange, but I got the 2 million totem, which puts us up over 10 million. It's honestly going pretty quick. I kind of want to try using a blowpipe, but if I lose it, I'm pretty sure just forfeit the entire challenge, so I cannot afford to try right now, but maybe next week I can try something like that. But for now, I think we're stuck with the crossbow. That was literally the one time I tried to go to the Revenant boss. They immediately, a PKer teleblocked me, and then I don't think he had the agility level for that shortcut. I don't know what it requires, but I'm kind of shocked that he had all that gear and was that aggressive and didn't have the agility shortcut. It just seems like kind of a waste of time to show up for that, but I'm very grateful I got out there. Alright, that one got me, and that marks the end of my time going for the Revenant boss. It just is not worth it. I've been there twice, and there's been a PKer both times, and I regret going. I have to apologize. I don't have a dedicated microphone for this. I just have the little microphone that you see me use when I'm filming in person, and it does not have the biggest battery life, so I don't have my microphone turned on all the time while I'm just killing Revenants. And I tried so hard to find the microphone while like I was trying to kill me, and I looked for it right when he did the Void Waker on me, so it almost killed me. But I managed to escape. I'm very happy with that. Alright, 2 lessons learned. 1, it wasn't the Revenant boss that was the problem. It's being at the orcs. All the PKers go to the orcs, not going there anymore. 2, all these deaths, I think I've died twice, I've forgotten that you can protect item your avarice. So I was just wasting my avarice every time. I'm so grateful that I caught that. I mean, I lost virtually nothing now. Much better. Alright, I finally have my microphone on for one of these. I'm gonna be trying to escape this guy. I don't think he has the best gear, and he's not really getting his freezes. That was frankly a little disappointing. That's the one that I finally had my mic going for. But we got out. He tail blocked me as I was escaping. Why didn't he do it sooner? Well, it's just kind of disappointing. Okay, we really needed that. Sorry, I was not filming. I've been in Discord while I kill revenants. But we are almost out of time for the day, and I just got the 1 million emblem. So I have currently 2.5 hours remaining, and we are up to 17,350. So I think I think it should be doable. The skills are slow, but I'll sell all this, and then I will get 400k back for selling the Avarice. So should be really close. But if I don't get it in the next 2.5 hours, I have to play tomorrow, which means I have to run tomorrow, and I was hoping not to. So really, really hoping we get this tonight, but we'll see. Okay, I suppose sometimes it feels like I'm getting nothing from like 20 revenants in a row. I killed like 5 and got 563k, and now I have 2 hours left to get like 1.7 mil. I think we should be absolutely fine, but I was so stressed that we were out of time today. I'm very, very grateful it's working out. Literally first kill back after that last clip, and I get the 4 magic seed drop, which is 289k. That is so lucky. Also kind of unlucky because it could have been, I think, one of the emblems. It's worth a lot more, but still very nice. All right, guys, I think as all of this sells, we should have the full 20 million that we were looking to get. In the last hour and a half, I got a lot of really decent drops, which helped out a ton. This should be it. I think it is. Really sped up the process and got us exactly what we were needing. Full 20 million. Very happy with that. When setting these goals of 10 miles and 20 million, I went not like crazy aggressive, but I wasn't sure with those combination of rules how doable it would be, but it ended up being really nice. And I believe I have all 10 miles. I'll double check that tomorrow, but it is 11:10 and I've been falling asleep while playing. So I'm probably going to head to bed, and I will probably do a little update tomorrow. But as for this week, I believe the challenge is done. I'll do a rest day tomorrow and then start again on Monday. So that my voice sounds a little rough. I'm a little bit tired, but I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. All right, guys, that is week 1 completely done. It was a success. Also, I'm filming in my hallway stairwell because it has the best lighting. I'm realizing I probably need to start working on, fixing those things up if I'm gonna film in person. Also, my wife got me a selfie stick with a stand, so you're sitting on that right now. I almost tipped you over there. Uh-oh. We're good. Anyways, I want to go over a little bit of the logistics of how this week worked. I didn't really plan like if the goals were going to be obtainable together with life and all that stuff. So it worked out really well. I thought the miles would be the hard part. Turned out to be okay. And the money took a while, but I think the next week will be a little bit easier. But I also want to just say this plan worked totally. I've been running for about 3 weeks before starting this video series, and my longest run was like 1.7 miles, and I had like started out at 1.25 miles, and then throughout like 3 weeks of running only improved like half a mile. And just making it this game ended up running like 3 miles in one day all at once. So like just making it the game and making it fun pushed me out of the boundary that I was kind of getting stuck in. So I'm really excited about that. And I just want to thank any of all of you who are watching. The challenge is going to be week to week, but I don't know with how quick the uploads will be. We're working on editing, and again, we're about to have a baby, so we'll probably pause for a little while during that, but I'll keep running. Probably won't keep the RuneScape going until after a little bit of a recovery period, just for my wife to not have to be in the middle of both editing and taking care of a newborn. But anyways, I'm really grateful, really happy with how this all worked out. Might tweak the rules a little bit next week. There was a couple things that I think just didn't quite work well. And we're just kind of learning as we go, and maybe I'll take a vote on how some things work. But yeah. All right, guys, this is Levi from, I think, 4 weeks in the future. We recorded this, and then life got a little bit busy with doctor's appointments for my wife, for the baby, and a bunch of other stuff in life just kind of popping up, and editing fell into the background. So we are just now about to release this. I'm currently on week 5 of this challenge, and I just want to say that it has been so much fun to film. I don't stop making little mistakes.
No one's making him do this.
It just gets more hectic. No. Oh no. And we're really enjoying making the series. We're really loving it. The next episode won't take another 4 weeks to come out. We're pretty sure about that. But we are also very close to the due date now. But yeah, we just are adding more things to make it a little more crazy, and we've just been having a ton of fun, and I'm really excited to share this with all of you guys. So yeah, please just keep your eye out for the next episode. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Also, when I say that I was in my pajamas with a cup of coffee, this is what that looks like. I have a nice cushy bathrobe. I just want to share that with you guys. So anyways, thank you all for watching. I'm really excited for the rest of this to come out. It's been such a blast so far. I hope you enjoy it. And yeah, thanks for watching.